Hello, my name is Elizabeth, and I am absolutely proud to be Canadian. I love how inclusive we are, I love our attitude of non aggression, and I enjoy the emphasis we place on multiculturalism and freedom. That's not to say there aren't sections of our history or even modern politics that are less than ideal, but I think that overall this is a fantastic country and I'm very happy to live in it. According to the latest United Nations rankings, Canada is the 12th on the Human Development Index, which is actually a very good ranking, but the lowest it has ever been for Canada. For a number of years in a row, Canada was actually first on the chart. As Warren Sanderson says, since the first Human Development Index report in 1990, the UN rankings have been highly successful in changing the way people view countries, which can affect a number of aspects of Canadian life, including tourism, immigration, and many facets of the economy. As such, it is kind of important for Canada to be ranked high on the list. More so, maybe, than other countries because of how much we rely on immigration to sustain our population and thus the economy. The listing is important, but I also think it doesn't take into consideration another number of other significant things that would probably rank Canada higher, such as safety, freedom, and tolerance. Other ranking systems have us quite high. For the Nobel Prize ranking, we are 8th, as we are with the IQ ranking. We are 7th for happiest country in the world. We are one of the most peaceful countries, one of the most friendliest countries. The difficulties with these ranking systems is that they are largely subjective, which is one of the reasons the United Nations Human Development Index is so highly relied upon. While I'm hopeful for the 2019 ranking, I don't think, practically speaking, that it will improve all that much for a number of more years. One of the main reasons the ranking has gone down in recent years is because some serious social issues, like the treatment of the First Nations peoples, has come to light. I believe that more reconciliation and improvements have to be seen before we will be higher on the ranking. That said, our life expectancy is high at 82.5%, and if nothing major happens to our healthcare system, I suspect that number will only rise as new developments and discoveries are made in the medical community. We have an expected 16.4 years of schooling and 13.3 years of schooling mean. Our gross national income per capita is 43,433, which is low compared to the United States, and they're sitting at over 54,900. Another contributing factor to our comparatively low ranking is not actually related to Canada's specific scores on the United Nations Human Development Index. In recent years, other countries have been making some major changes in their economics and general quality of life and have moved up the list. Japan and Australia are two examples. So it is not necessarily that Canada's scores have gone down, but that other scores have gone up, making us fall lower on the list. We also don't have the same human resources to sustain huge economic growth that these countries have been experiencing. So also with that in consideration, I don't think we will get much higher on the list in years to come. I would love to see Canada rise again in the Human Development Index, but I also know that there are numerous factors contributing to our low ranking. And I believe that if people do their research, they can also know that Canada is a wonderful place to live and that we are defined by more than just our place on a list.